The Covenant religion is based on the worship of an ancient alien race known as the Forerunners. The Forerunners is a race that died 10,000 years before the events of the Halo series. From the Wikipedia page. According to Covenant religion, the Forerunners, a race of enlightened beings regarded as nearly omniscient and all-powerful, discovered a way to transcend the physical world and become divine gods by activating the halos, or sacred rings. As referred by members of the Covenant, the halos uplifted the Forerunners into transcendence, but left all lesser, unworthy races behind. The Covenant believed themselves to be the chosen inheritors of the Forerunners, and seek to reclaim the gifts they left behind, in most cases lost technology. The ultimate goal is to locate and activate the Halo installations. In doing so, it is believed that all faithful adherents to the Covenant religion will be uplifted as the Forerunners were, following them on a great journey resulting in godhood. This belief is shared with varying degrees of sincerity amongst all of the Covenant's client races. In reality, the Forerunners built the Halo rings to contain and study the Flood, the little popcorn-looking race from the Halo video game series. Like in other religions, the truth has been exaggerated, and a normal person who may have existed before becomes divine. This usually happens over time, just like how Forerunners may have had no divine powers, but their story got exaggerated over 10,000 years. You end up with the Forerunners being worshipped by the Covenant 10,000 years later. What evidence does the Covenant have that they will become gods if they activate the Halo rings? What evidence do they have the Forerunners were lifted into transcendence to become divine? Imagine trying to determine the truth of what happened today 10,000 years from now, without much historical writings to determine what really happened, or false writings that contain a story that was exaggerated. Over time, the two factions were formed, the Stoics and the Reformists. The two factions were formed based on different views on how the Covenant religion should be practiced. The Reformists believed that the religion could be spread throughout the galaxy by using their god ship, but the Stoics viewed their actions as desecrating the memory of the Forerunners. What does this say when a religion can't get its story straight on what the truth is? Both factions of the Covenant religion thinks that their view is the correct one handed down by the divine beings they worship. How do you determine which is the correct view? Their argument over the correct view leads to a religious war, which led to the defeat of the Stoics. There was the genocide of most of the entire race because they disagreed on something that most likely didn't happen. The Great Journey is the central goal of the Covenant religion. The Great Journey is a journey that the Covenant believes they will take to get to a paradise. They believe in order to do this, they must activate the 7 Halo rings. They have never activated these rings before, and in reality, they don't know what will happen when they activate them. They have no way of determining that they will go to their paradise if they activate them. In reality, they will do something much more dangerous and may wipe out a race of an entire planet. The Halo 7 rings are more like the Death Star. The Flood needs to eat to stay alive. They must consume a race to stay alive. The Halo rings were created to wipe out the Flood's food source. The Covenant might know this if they were willing to do some research. Why is it that they don't question or think for themselves? Sometimes in a religion there is a threat if you do question the religion. I wonder if the Covenant has something similar that keeps them afraid of digging any deeper into their own beliefs. Remember to question everything and think for yourselves.